Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to do a quick review here for the Saucer Optics. These are the high definition Glacier Ice polarized high definition. That's the important part because they have two tiers. There's a high defense and high definition. The high definition are a thicker polycarbonate 1.8 millimeter for my Oakley siphon above, and also for the same thing, high definition for the midnight blue. The two colors I have that are similar to the ice, the factory Oakley, and those are my crosshair. So you order them off Amazon. What you'll get, they'll come in a box similar to this. When you open it up and you pull out the contents, it'll have a couple things in there for you. It's going to have the cleaning cloth. The lenses themselves will be in a fabric pouch to protect them from scuffing. And then depending on whether it's for a wire frame or, in this case, a O-matter frame or some type of sport frame, they'll also include potentially replacement ear socks, as mine did, or nose pads, which the crosshairs came with both the nose pads for here and the replacement ear socks, which is a nice touch. Not every lens company gives you all of that, so I think that's a great deal for the $30 you get. So with that, we'll get to the big part that you really care about most, which is the lenses. They have a nice blue, ice blue mirror, and then they're polarized. They have a brown viewing tint, so you can see that you're going to get, that amber tone, and obviously your eyes will adjust once they're actually around you. But they look good. You don't see through my eyes, and even if I take my hat off and I get right up in the light, you still don't see through them when you're outside. So that's a nice thing about them. And then on top of it, they notch in very securely here. So you'll see they are pretty evenly dispersed around the edges of the framing where they're supposed to seat in. But the one thing I'll say is they have more of a base curve around the center than the factory lenses, which I like. The base curve, or the original OEM ones, even though I love the frame, it's similar to the matte carbon or carbon prime that they did in a carbon fiber beautiful frame. This is like the sport version of that frame, but the lenses get close to my face, and I have long eyelashes, so for me that's a problem, because when I'm outside sweating and stuff, the oils run down your face, they get in your eye area, and then eventually you get that film comes down, your eyelashes rubbing on the lenses. What I like about these specifically by Saucer is with that extra curvature to them in the center of the lens, they don't rub my eyelashes, so, and they don't fog up because they're not as sealed off right up to my eyes, which is nice. And then I can say the same thing for, so that's again for the Saucer, the Glacier. They've got, you can see it a little bit, there's the purple hues just like the sapphire prism that Oakley sells. That factory come in this. These are a great replacement for them. And then alternatively, if you're looking at their other blue, they have the midnight blue, and the midnight blue is similar to the Oakley factory ice. It's a dark blue, looks really nice. So if you're looking for that darker blue, these would be good for you. And then again, yeah, you put them on, they've got a nice good mirror. These have more of a gray base and a less amber tone, so you see, but they're both polarized. Nice good even mirror for the coloring and everything, so it's very nice. I highly recommend Saucer as a brand overall. They're based out of Japan. The lenses come pretty quick if they've got to be made and they don't already have them in stock in a warehouse. And yeah, I really just can't say enough about the quality. They fit every time. I haven't had a fitment problem yet with any of the ones I've bought, and the cost entry point to replace your damaged lenses is fairly cheap, especially when you're talking about frames you wear outside every day. Maybe you tear up and scratch through yard work, sports play, whatever. These are a great replacement, especially when your lenses have been, or your frames, factory OEM lenses by whether it's Ray-Ban, Oakley, whoever, are no longer supported. So hopefully, if you've never tried Saucer before, that gives you a little bit of insight and will help you make a better informed decision. So if you like them, yeah, go check them out. They're great. Have a great day.